Hey guys, I'm coming back to you with a product that I reviewed earlier in one of my previous videos, and I just want to come back and talk more about it. And the reason is I have some more experience with it, and that is the Spektrum Smart S150 charger. Here it is, this little guy right here. So last time we had it out, it was the unboxing video, and I think I had maybe one experience with a smart charge on it. Well, it's now flying season here in Michigan, and so we're getting a lot more use of this little charger. And so I want to cover a couple things, and cover a couple things that I've seen pop up inside the comments section in the videos. So one of the first things is, well, what do I do when I have to charge a smart battery? And it's actually super simple. Here we have the 5,000 milliamp 4S that goes to the EC1500. And if you got one of the smart batteries, and of course, Spektrum offers a wide variety of different sizes, and this particular one just happens to be the one I grabbed. This has the, I think it's called the IC5 connector, so you can see it's quite a bit bigger than the 3. You need this little adapter here that goes from IC5 to IC3, and you just simply plug this into the charger, and you plug the balance port into the side here, and plug that in, and that's it. You don't have to hit anything. You don't touch anything. You just simply walk away from it, and don't leave it unattended. But point is, it just operates itself. The battery, charger, they talk to each other, and they go through and take care of all the charging parameters. If you have, let's say like the 2200 4S. In the smart one, it already includes the IC3 connector, so you do not need to use the adapter here. It simply plugs straight in, let it go, and it will automatically charge. Don't be alarmed if you see it at the maximum capacity, it's a little graduated scale here on the battery. That top one may flash for quite a while. That's it doing its balance operation, so don't be alarmed. Just let it go ahead and finish. It'll beep when it is done. So one of the other questions that's come up is, well, hey, what if I don't have a smart battery? What if I have one of the old school, non-smart dumb batteries here? Well, I happen to have one of my trusty 2200s here that's I've been flying on it for a while, and it's not a smart battery. But guess what? You can still charge it with this S150. You simply plug it in the same way you would a smart battery, balance port, and the charge leads here, plug it straight in. And then you're gonna have to use this little button here. So what you'll have to do is you can do a single click here, and you could change the charging rate. And the charging rate is shown on one side here. It ranges from 5 amps to half an amp. And then if you hold the button down a little bit longer, you can actually change what type of battery it is. Smart batteries already communicate, it tells you what it is. Non-smart battery, you're gonna have to tell it. So if it's a LiPo, you simply just hold this down until this starts to illuminate where you can change it, and just cycle the button to move it to LiPo. Change the charge rate on this side using just a quick click. And once you got it to the right battery type and the charge rate you desire, you just give it a double click. Just a quick double click, and all of a sudden it's off and charging, and it will run through and it will fill up the little capacity area here. And when it is done, it will beep. I've now used it for both types of batteries. It works remarkably well. I've had somebody ask, say, hey, how long does it take to charge? Well, it's a very tough question to answer, because it depends on so many different factors. But I can say that a 2200 3-cell sitting at storage voltage and plugged into here, and I charge at, I think it was at 3 amps charge rate. I think that's what I used on that. It takes about 20-25 minutes to bring it to full charge. I have another battery charger that is not one of the Spektrum Smart ones, and I actually ran a little test. I put a battery on that one and a battery on this one, ran them side by side, both 2200s, both at storage voltage, and they finished within just a few minutes of each other. So they're pretty comparable. So that's about how long it takes. Like I said, it's going to vary depending on your type of battery, the voltage it's at, capacity, things of that sort. But otherwise, I tell you what, this little guy works remarkably well, especially for the price point that it sells at. I have not had a chance to take it to the field yet. but I do plan to do that, and because that's what I love about this little guy. Throw this in your car, and you can be charging up batteries right there at the field. But just a little feedback on how the battery charger has been going now that I actually have some more experience with it. It unfortunately sat very dormant in the winter when it is clearly not flying season. So if you guys got any questions on the Spektrum S150 battery charger or the smart battery, by all means leave your comments below, and I'll do my very best to answer those and get right back with you. And if I don't have the answer, I will do my very best to try to find that out. So thanks again for taking a few minutes here to learn a little bit more on the S150 Spektrum charger.